Good morning. I'm Emily Beckett, Digital Marketing Specialist at Sprague.
And I'm Kristyn Schweitzer, Director of Wholesale Sales.
Welcome to Sprague's Refined Products Review, where we share what's moving the market, giving you insight into what we're seeing every day. So it's getting chilly out there, Kristyn. What's going on in the market as we head into winter?
You're right, Emily. Welcome, winter. The headlines this week are balancing hopes for a potential Fed rate cut, along with continued and underlying geopolitical tensions, per usual. Reuters has reported that the market and traders are pricing in an 84% chance of a 25-point basis interest rate reduction by the Fed. A cut can be supportive of demand for oil and therefore pricing, as well as for exports. A cut would result in a cheaper dollar, which would cause foreign countries to want to import our crude and more of it. That said, if the main reason for the cut is weaker demand, a slower economy, and inflation, you would see that result in softer prices.
So you mentioned geopolitical risk. What are the biggest factors on the world stage driving oil prices right now?
Yes, well, the ongoing peace talks with Russia and Ukraine are still ever present and underlying the market. That said, it's incredibly slow going. Peace could be meaningful for keeping the market steady and remaining at lower levels, but the uncertainty and any continued strikes would result in a risk premium being added back into the market. The G7, a group of 7 of the world's largest economies, are trying to implement a ban on Russian tankers, thus reducing the crude flows potentially shipping into the market. A ban on tankers shipping Russian oil, if effective, would be bullish for oil prices and the market. However, we've all heard about the shadow fleet that has been able to maintain Russia's crude flows into the market. So to the extent that the ban were enforced and effective, you may see traders not react at all.
And what about Venezuela? How are those tensions leading the market?
The tensions between Venezuela and the United States are still looming over the market as well. In the last week, signals sent from the Trump administration around our national security are certainly keeping Venezuela in focus. The tensions are stemming from the authoritarian rule of Nicolas Maduro. There's been recent escalation of military action by the United States, and there's currently a large reward for Maduro's arrest. Maduro has responded in kind by activating his militia, so fear of conflict certainly still remains. Higher risk of sanctions and therefore reduced exports from Venezuela would directly potentially impact heavy crude oil coming into the United States Gulf, which would impact the market and potentially support prices going higher, as well as any actual military action would cause a risk premium to come back into the market as well.
So it sounds like there's a lot of factors pushing and pulling the market in different directions. And how about closer to home? Is there any news on the domestic front?
Absolutely. A positive, in my opinion, over the last week is that the House Energy Subcommittee passed the Energy Choice Act. So now it's in front of the full House for consideration. The Energy Choice Act aims to restrict any state or local bans on how consumers choose to heat their homes. Passage of this act is certainly supportive for the longer-term viability of liquid fuels. However, currently it's really more of a regulatory policy move than a market price mover. If anyone hasn't tuned in for Sprague's December feature, the Refined Products Review feature for the month, it's an interview, a great interview. Will Beck is with Jim Kalura, the president and CEO of Nephi, and they cover Nephi's advocacy and benefits and certainly chat more about the passage of the Energy Choice Act. So every one of our viewers should certainly tune in to that.
We'll definitely keep an eye on the Energy Choice Act and we'll continue to report on that. Anything else we want to keep on top of mind?
Absolutely. It's freezing. We're having some cold. And another positive is that our in-house weather expert is certainly saying that while weather patterns and models are proving to be erratic and unpredictable, that we're still looking good here for a cold latter half of December. And as we opened with, there's lots that's ongoing and will continue to move and impact the market, and where those things intersect will determine continued near-term volatility, and we'll just keep you posted. Keep an eye on it.
Well, thanks for joining me, Kristyn.
Thank you, Emily.
As Kristyn mentioned, be sure to check out our latest monthly feature and interview with Nephi's president and CEO, Jim Kalura, on our YouTube channel now.
That's all for today. Thanks again for joining us. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday for the Refined Products Review. Refine your insight.
Feel your success.
But the uncertainty in any continued strikes.
A dang word.
For Sprague's Refined Products Review. Refine your insights.
Where were we got it.